This video is going to show you a little bit about how to create something in Google Drive and the difference between working with a Microsoft Office file in Google Drive and working with something that's native to Google Drive. So first of all, if I wanted to create something new, I would click New. And then just as Word, Excel, and PowerPoint are blue, green, and orange, so are Docs, Sheets, and Slides. So Google Docs is Google's word processing program. Google Sheets is the worksheet, and Google Slides is presentation software. So if I wanted to create a new document, I would click Google Docs. And now I have a blank document. As you can see, everything over here at the top looks nearly identical to Microsoft Word. So if you can use Microsoft Word, I promise you can use Google Docs. Quick way to change the title. I just click up here, call this sample document. And just like in Word, you can type a document. So same kind of things, highlight, change the font. You guys can figure all of this out. So you'll notice if I go to File, there is no Save feature. You'll also notice that right here at the top it says All Changes Saved in Drive. And if you watch that as I type, it always says saving. And that's because it is always saving. So Word, you have to press save. And if you're anything like me, you have lost a Word document, at least one before, because you forgot to hit save before you close your computer out. But with Google Docs, it saves every half of a second. And so it saves automatically, which is one of the main reasons that I have actually switched to Google Docs personally. And I do not use Microsoft Word anymore at all. Some people say, well, I have to use Word because the documents that I type up, I can't share through Google Drive because the person I'm sharing to is not a Jessamine County person and they don't have a Google Drive, and I need to download a copy to put in an email. But with Google Docs, you can actually do that. If I was done with this document, I can just click File, Download as Microsoft Word, and that's going to download a copy. There it is, right? Put it in my downloads folder, and then I can just attach that, throw that in an email just like I would a Word document. You can also, if you noticed, download some other things. PDF is used a lot. So if you want to send someone basically a document, but you don't want them to be able to edit it, PDF's a good way to pick that. And then there's some more things you can download as here. But if you're working with a Jessamine County person, you can just click Share. I'm going to go to Advanced. And so I can see, just like with anything that I create, it inherently only belongs to the owner. So it only belongs to me. But if I wanted to change that, I can change that. And for instance, if I say anyone at Jessamine County Schools with the link can edit, then any of you who got in this document could actually type and add to my document here. It's really good for collaborating. If you've ever been someone who had to send several copies of the same PowerPoint slideshow or even a Word document out to several different people, and then everybody makes their changes, and then they come back to you and you have to compile them all together. Google Docs kind of takes out the middleman and just lets everybody work in one document, which is really nice. And then you can actually go to see revision history. And in there, you can see everything that has been changed and who changed it and when it was changed. So if I pull up an older file, let me get in here and pull up this slideshow, Google Slides. And if I go here to File and then see Revision History, I can see. So this slideshow was created actually last January, and I created it, and then I can see Josh worked on it, Joe Beers worked on it, and then I made the last edit. So if you assign something to your students, share it with them, you can see which student was typing on which slide, and you can also restore to a certain version. So if you have a student who maybe gets in there and changes everything, you can always go back to an older version just by clicking restore this version, and it will basically undo all the changes that have been done after that, even if it was a long time ago. Like I could restore back to this January 19th version and lose everything that happened after that. So that's really nice because I know with Microsoft Word, there is an edit undo button, but if you press save and then realize you need to undo something that you had done before save, it's not going to happen. So that is a really nice feature. So let me talk to you a little bit about the difference between a Google Doc and a Word document. So I have in my Google Drive, I can tell these 3 documents are Google Docs because it's just the blue box with the lines in it. This is actually a Word document because it has that W. So if I open this, you can see it looks different. And that's because it opens inherently as just read only. So if I just wanted to read this tech plan, I'd be fine. But if I realized I needed to edit something in it, I'm going to have to do open with Google Docs. And what that actually does is it makes a copy of it as a Google Doc. So if I go back to my Drive, close out of this, you'll see that I have the Word version and the Google Docs version. And this is the one that I can edit. Now, what I do at this point is just delete this one, because the problem and what a lot of people have, and the reason that they get frustrated using Google Docs when they have old Word documents in their files, is that if I went to open this one again and I was thinking, oh, I can't edit this, and I did open with Google Docs. So now what I'm going to have is actually 3 of them, because every time you try to open the Word version, it's going to prompt you to convert it into a Google Doc so that you can edit it. So that's why I said I wouldn't go through and convert everything now, because if you just need to look at it, it's fine. But after I converted it to Google Docs, I would delete the Word version because the Google Docs version is identical to the Word version. But you can actually make changes to it. And again, with everything else, your share button's always here. And it saves, and it also tells you when the last edit was if you pull something up. So that's just a little bit about creating things in Google Drive and the difference between creating a doc within Google and actually trying to manipulate an older Microsoft document in Google Drive.